So to set the stage for the next part of the conversation, can you both educate us just a little bit about the practical and business differences between Regeneron's therapeutics and Pfizer's vaccines? And Beth, let's start with you because I think that antibody cocktail is probably a slightly more exotic idea to most people in the audience than a vaccine necessarily is.
Yeah, sure. And as I mentioned just previously, the reason that we started out looking at an antibody cocktail was based on our experience in fighting the Ebola virus. And so when the Ebola virus was a raging threat in the Congo, Regeneron scientists had envisioned the idea of attacking it with a cocktail of antibodies. And the reason that you look at a cocktail of antibodies as opposed to a single antibody is it can help protect against what they call viral escape, which is what we're currently seeing with the mutant varieties that are, whether it's the South African variant or the UK variant, that are able to engineer around a therapeutic. But by establishing an antibody cocktail requires the virus to be that much smarter, to be able to engineer itself around multiple barriers to its spread. But just to even take it back a little bit to basics, the thing about of an antibody approach to treating disease as opposed to a vaccine is that when you deliver an antibody to somebody, and our antibodies are based on a combination of antibodies derived from convalescent plasma and antibodies derived from our own research mice, our specially engineered mice that can generate human antibodies. When you deliver that to somebody through an IV infusion, you are essentially giving them an immune system in a bottle or in an IV bag. It's already ready-made, and those antibodies can begin immediately to attack the virus that's already in the body, as opposed to a vaccine, which then I'll let Rady get into more of it, but is about your body developing its own antibodies, which has its benefits because it can last longer. But the cocktail, at least, is a way of treating somebody who's already infected with the disease and helping them to quickly mount an immune response so that it can prevent them from getting more seriously ill and prevent them from, for instance, requiring hospitalization.
Yeah, and just on the flip side, my job might be a little bit easier. And it's when this all hit, we quickly went to the shelf to figure out what the heck as a major company, we have a responsibility to try to figure out how to help dig the world out of this situation. And we looked at everything across the portfolio from vaccines to therapeutics to whatnot. And we were fortunate enough to find that we had been in an ongoing relationship with BioNTech in Germany, exploring the mRNA platform, which is just a new new technology platform for vaccines. There had not been a previously launched product based upon that platform. To date, we had been looking at things like flu vaccines and the like, but our scientists quickly realized that it had the potential to respond to genomic sequencing of the vaccine. And there's been any number of great stories between us and Moderna. Both have the similar technology, and it's fascinating to understand and learn it. Many great. I became in college. I was an accounting major, and I became an accounting major to get out of my science requirement. And so I won't even pretend to try to do justice of what the scientists could do to explain the mRNA technology. But you're not putting anything live into the body, and it really is just generating a piece of RNA to help the body mimic and create the spike protein that we're all too familiar with from the diagrams of the COVID itself. And then the body learns to build the antibodies to respond to that spike protein. So should the spike protein show up in real life, it's prepared to kind of deal with it.